Hey, how's it going, everybody? So this video is a quick trade recap where I profited $7,000 on a quick day trade. And this particular trade was alerted to all the members of the Simpler Central Room, and it was in gold. And you see here on the alerts here, I just put them on the screen. So I got long gold at 2362.3 at 10:43 a.m. with my stop at 23.59 and a target at 23.66. And then right here you can see I about 4 minutes later got flat. About 2 ticks below my target, and I'll explain why I was okay with taking that quick win, and yeah, go from there. So let's talk about the big picture here. So big picture is okay. So the way I was looking at this is here is hourly chart. I'm going to zoom in, and before I talk about the hourly chart, first off, let's talk about mind frame. Where's my brain at? Like, how was I feeling? So first off, to note here is okay. So Powell was testifying today, and then we have Yellen speaking and whatnot. So Powell was testifying today. And then usually whenever he talks, the way I see it is algorithms are trying to pick apart all the keywords he says, and it just becomes a very choppy mess in the indexes. And you can see from here on this 15-minute chart, you see it was just all over the place. And so that led me to want to leave the indexes alone. My main thing I was watching today was oil, but I wasn't really getting the setup I was looking for. And this left me to gold. And I know gold is also going to move with whatever Powell says, but the setup was there, and I was okay with putting on a small amount of risk for this particular trade. So, actually, I didn't even talk about it. So, big picture here. So here's the hourly time frame. First thing I want to note is I have my white anchored VWAPs are from last swing highs and lows. This red one is anchored VWAP from, I forgot what data this was, but it's economic data. You see how the volume came in, which caused the flush higher, which we are below at the moment. This is going to be resistance. This is going to be support. And then I have this blue anchored VWAP down here, and then this white anchored VWAP right here, which held. So the main thing to take out of this chart, as I want to zoom back, this white anchored VWAP that it kissed right here is actually the anchored VWAP from this last major swing high before we started making higher lows. So the way I'm kind of looking at this is, okay, well, here's a swing high, swing high, swing high, and every time we get above it, we do flash below it, but then we finally came up above, and now we're going to retest it. So this major swing high is wanting to know is, okay, are the buyers going to step up here? If they are going to step up, is there a technical setup I could play along with them stepping up against this anchored VWAP? All right, so next brings us to the 15-minute time frame here. And I'll use the smaller screen here. But the main thing is you can see price came down to that last swing high anchored VWAP, and then we closed on a doji candle on the 15-minute time frame. And then I drew a yellow line across the top here, so you can see what it looks like on the lower time frame. And I was watching for it to break, and it did. And then on this pullback at 10:43 is where I entered the trade, and that's when I sent out that trade idea, and I put my stop down here at the last major swing low. Granted, I know this is a really long or wide stop. This is a wide stop, and I'm okay with it. I went smaller size, and then also I went smaller size for a wider stop. And because Powell is speaking, if things get volatile, I don't like when things go like this. Boop, stop me out, and then boom, it's going where I thought it would go. To me, that is frustrating. I would rather have a smaller position size, wider stop, and still participate in the move, and basically just make my money, get paid, and get out of here. So if this is a doji candle, right? A reversal candle. We broke the high. We did a quick pullback. This is where I wanted to get long because this blue line right here is an anchored VWAP with a stop below the last major swing low from this consolidation right here. So stops there, and then the target was this anchored VWAP, which is the anchored VWAP from the market open today. Granted, in hindsight, it obviously popped up much higher, but that's in hindsight. In the moment, as data is currently being flooded to my brain as I am watching this trade play out, what I do know is right here is a very common place for setups to be faded during the day whenever price bounces back to those zones. So this is a balance of buyers and sellers. Since I had a smaller position size instead of my typical size one, it didn't allot me to scale out. So I was okay with that being my first target, wider stop, first target and went to here. And so for this little move was a total of $350 per contract. And for me, I personally had 20, and that's one per account. And yeah, locked it up there. So that's really the trade. So quick recap, what was the trade? Is price came down to support, anchor VWAP held, reversal candle, waited for the break of the reversal candle high, stop at the last major swing low, targeting the anchored VWAP from the open. And that's all it was. I mean, it's not, hopefully it's not overly complicated, but that's really just the move I was looking for, and took it and ran. That's pretty much it. But yes, like I said, this was alerted to all the members of Simpler Central. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section. I love to help out any trader that has any questions. Believe it or not, I really do want everybody to succeed in this. But yeah, everyone have a good rest of your day. If you were able to participate in this trade and you're part of the Simpler Trading community, let me know in the comment section. I am curious, like, are people actually taking these when I send them out? Granted, I've only sent out probably, what, 2 or 3 of the futures trades, looking to send out more. But if you did participate in it, please let me know in the comment section. I would like to actually see if there's some participation happening. But all that being said, everyone have a good rest of your day, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Take care, everybody.